Hello the internet, and welcome back to Road Hazard. On this episode, it's 3 minutes after I uploaded the last video. I mean, I literally uploaded it and then walked outside. It's Friday. So, we're getting started early this time. Yesterday, off camera, we did a little bit of work on the car, by which I mean, I'll show you. We disconnected the leaf spring and the hanger on both springs. We went and got the correct springs ordered. Those will be here eventually whenever Mancini Racing decides to ship them. What we're going to do today is disconnect the front and the brake line that holds the axle to the car, because really that's the only thing left holding it on. So we can disconnect that and then roll it out. And by roll it out, I mean leave it right where it is, but pull the leaf springs off once we take the U-bolts and all that junk off. And then the other thing we did was we prepped the trunk for the repairs we have to do. And we'll go ahead and open it, and I'll show you that. All the old seam sealer came off really easy, but it made all this insane dust just everywhere. Already got the cheese ball welder 9000 out in preparation there. This is the plan for this anyway. I already pounded the floor back down. I cut this plate of, I think this is 3/8 steel. It's really thick. And just bar stock, you know. You can get that from your local hardware store probably, or if not, steel yard. Definitely have that. So we'll vacuum all the dust out. And then after that's nice and clean, we've already grinded away all the paint and stuff down to metal. So we'll put in a tack on the corners, and then what I'll probably do is get back underneath once it's kind of where it wants to be, and we'll massage the floor up a little bit to kind of meet the edges here like this side, and then we'll just zzz, 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 all the way down. Well, you know, we'll go through and we'll throw a few tacks on it, but I'm not gonna zap, zap, zapperoo the whole thing, because that would take forever, and I don't wanna. So that's where we are. That's where we are. Sure. That's where we are for now, and that's where we're going to get started. So I'm going to go grab some tools and the vacuum, and we'll get started. Got all the dust vacuumed out of there, or at least most of it. We got the cheese ball welder 9000 ready to go. I threw a tiny little tack on this corner. It's kind of holding. So we'll, like I said, we'll just zap, 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 zap. Oh, I need it. There we go. Much better. All right, the plate is in, zapped together. That's going to be stronger than factory for sure. And for those of you who might be wondering, isn't the gas tank like right under where you're welding? Yeah, it's right there. See, my channel is more of a don't do this at home kind of channel than instructional thing. But, you know, we got it. Got that bubble gum welded in there. You know what they say about bad welders? Good grinders. I am a fantastic grinder. Paint it black and put it back. Done. Now, we get the dopamine hit. Jesus. Trunk split. Fixed. Yeah. Oh no, there's Sharpie on the paint. No, it's not. Shut up. Now that the trunk is halfway fixed, we still have to do the spare tire well, but that hasn't even shipped yet. Heaven forbid that actually show up when it's supposed to. So we will pull the leaf springs out, because those also haven't shipped yet. And then, you know, we might have to look into the weather stripping sooner rather than later on this guy, because it rains a lot in Florida. And it still has all the seals, but they're all smashed flat. And this right here is where all that water's coming in. So the door seals, not much better. So we'll need to get some weather stripping, but no big deal. We can do that. It'll work for now. We need to focus. We need to focus on the stuff that's actually going to stop the car from being a car. So, you know, we'll do all that nonsensical stuff first. Sun is down now. It's a whopping 5:20. The sun is set. We had to add leaf springs to the list because we forgot. But look, we got stuff crossed off. We look like we're doing shit. I did just get these off. The only good news with this debacle is because now I know what these are, I can sell them as such, because they barely have any miles on them at all. So we'll be back out here bright and sometime, depending on how late I feel like sleeping. Usually no later than about 9 o'clock. Even when I am dead dog tired, my body won't let me sleep much past 9. I blame the government. A couple of things have transpired. Firstly, the guy who was doing the alignment on this car 812,406 years ago, who told me there was a crack in the control arm, barely, and I mean barely, spoke English. And there is a good chance that I misunderstood what he said, because I have crawled over every inch of both arms and I cannot find a crack anywhere. But maybe he was talking about the ball joint boot, because those are, you know, destroyed. I don't know. Maybe I ought to put a steering box in it, because when am I going to get an opportunity like this again, huh? It's an enticing thought. Plus, I'm pretty sure it leaks. So maybe I'll see what they cost. If they're not, you know, $54,000, maybe we'll get one on order. What a debacle. I'm going to crawl around these control arms for another 10 minutes or so just to make sure I didn't miss something. And then we'll look at the cost of a box, I guess. It's cold. It's windy and cold. It's like it's winter or something. Not only am I giving that a clean bill of health, I'm gonna cross it off the list. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the column shifter next, because that's a nice easy one. Well, now that I've said that out loud, it'll take an hour and a half, but it should be nice and simple. And that's because all we really have to do is drive out that pin and pull the lever off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with a punch and this comically tiny Made in China hammer. The comically small Made in China hammer wasn't quite cutting it, so I got the comically larger than the other one, made in China hammer. Busted out that roll pin. So now when I take the parts out, I should be able to just take it out. Cool. And now we have a 4-speed column. Yeah, totally. Just put that in. Oh my God. There's so much water in there. Holy shnikes. That's a lot of water, actually. We'll just, there we go, fixed. Beating that roll pin out of the column may have had an adverse effect on my cheapo tachometer. See the needle? Not doing needle stuff anymore. Oh man, how the hell? Can you even get the faces off of these? Oh geez, if not, looks like we're buying another $20 tack. Yeah, I tried, but now it's reading 1,000 like all the time. So we're probably just gonna have to replace it. But it's in there, and who knows, maybe with voltage it'll fix itself. Nope. I just searched it online and found out that I can get a brand new steering box for this car for like 160 bucks. Hi, wife. I'm back from the parts store. You know, these are not as cheap as they used to be. This was $55. I got a steering box ordered. It'll be here later today. I don't know if we'll install it today, because by the time it gets here, it'll be, you know, dark. Or we'll throw it in before the motor goes in. And with that, I legitimately think I will have touched every nut and bolt on this car. I think the only thing I have not changed yet or intended to change before we go was the steering box. And now we're going to change that too. So basically, hypothetically, every single part of this thing should be new and not have like crusty, crappy seals. Because I had the rear end rebuilt, just built the engine. If we change the output shaft, that'll be our only, that's our only leak point. That's pretty bananas, isn't it? Man, we might actually accomplish the no leak thing in this car. That'd be cool. So I'm gonna throw that in later because I don't want to risk bumping it and it exploding again. So we'll just put that over there. Probably just exploded when I threw it. Oh, we can cross that off. We've done stuff to the car. Jesus, that cap is ridiculous. I never really talked about what was wrong with the wiper linkage, but I'll try to get the camera in there and show you real quick. So that bar right there fell out because the little bushings that they ride on, they look like that. They disintegrated, and I couldn't find them anywhere. So what I did, you can see it better on the other side, is I put a washer over the stub and then a vacuum cap to slip over it to give it some movement, you know. And then I just zip tied the vacuum cap over just to make sure it wouldn't fall off, because it's a pretty tight fit. But oh, good Lord. Oh, Jesus. All right. It took some doing. Now they're connected again. So I have both wipers. We can cross that off the list too. While I was down there, I figured out how to do the heater ducting. So I'm gonna crawl back under there and do that real quick, I think. Because I'm procrastinating on doing the pedals. All right, I just finished up the heater ducting. I'll show you what I did there. It's currently, this guy is doing that thing that I really hate when it drops big flakes of water out of it. Oh, I'm not gonna miss that in Florida. I'll tell you that right now. Oh. Yes, I know it rains a lot. Oh. At least it's warm. But there's humidity. I know there's humidity. Shut up. All right. these are the ones that were in the car that I kind of butched together, because the old ones were split, so I just wrapped them in this tape, which is actually working fine, and then I put a little bit of flex tube on the ends. I just reconnected those and actually secured them the right way this time. They're both on there, not going anywhere, so we have heater ducting. So we might be done for the day, even though it's only 2 o'clock because of the snow. I guess I can't be too mad. It is winter. But man, I hate winter. I ain't about to work in a flurry. That ain't me. Back from the parts store, and in this very heavy box is our new steering box. We'll jam it on there. We're gonna have to beat the roll pin out of the collar. Oh man, I'm stalling because I don't want to do it. I really don't. We're gonna have to beat the friggin' pitman arm off. Fine. Let's see, 3 bolts, the column, the pitman arm. And then, man, I'm really not excited to do this, tell you what. It's really cold. I'm still talking about the weather. What am I doing? Procrastinating. I'm gonna cut all of this out. Good God. When did I delete the heater? We're off to a great start. Second hit. I got that out. I just did stuff. I heated the crap out of it. And then I spun the steering wheel over so that I could get behind the piece I broke, and I just punched it through and then punched the pin out behind it. We'll pull all those out, pull the column back like 3 inches, pull the 3 bolts that hold the box in out, throw it in the box, take it back as a core, and then we'll throw in the new box and get it all hooked up. Why do they call it a pickle fork? Does anybody actually know why it's called a pickle fork? Because I don't. I'd love to. It's neither pickle nor fork, although I guess it's more fork than pickle. That was shockingly easy. Got it off. Column is now just a swangin'. I just remembered that the last time I used my pitman arm puller, I destroyed it. So I'm gonna run to the parts store and grab another one so I can get that off and get the box out, and then we'll keep cracking. All right, pitman arm's off. All the bolts are out. Got that old box out. This is where it was leaking before. Can't remember how. I think it was leaking from this surface here and then just down the box. We'll go ahead and throw the new one in and put the column back up. I think first though, what we might do with the column down and kind of out of the way like it is, we'll do the pedals and get the pedals, throw it in there. First, obviously, I'll crawl under and see what that's going to take. If it's actually easier with the column back installed, then we'll just do it then, but that's the plan. All right, here we are. Pedals are out. It's surprisingly easy. We're going to take the pedal push rod off this guy so it matches the one that came in this car. And we also took the brake switch off of this car's pedal box because it works. And that one looked a little crusty and the tabs were all bent up, so we'll just use that one. And then we'll throw the pedals back in there, bolt them all up, connect everything up, and then we can hook up the, wherever I put it, there it is, the brake pedal swing arm bracket thingy. And the pedals will be done. We can cross that off the list too. After the pedals are in, we'll go back and finish up the steering box and put the column back up, and then move on to the next thing. After that, we actually might be waiting on parts. The trunk patch panel still hasn't even shipped, and I paid for that 6 days ago, so we might have a problem that we need to deal with there. God, I hope not, but we'll see. Oh man, that's a lot of work. All right, I'm about to wrestle the 4-speed pedals in, and well, the internet likes watching people struggle, so I'm gonna put this in here and you can watch as I wrestle with this thing. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. That was a freaking nightmare, and I am never doing it again. Oh my God. That took forever. Oh my God. It's 3:30. I started that one at like 1. But that being said, check that out. Columns up. New steering box is obviously in and connected. Gas, brake, and clutch. That's what I'm talking about. Pedals done. And what's it? Steering box done. God. All right. Well, that's all we did. But there's 2 big ones. So now we just have rear bushings, trunk rust, brakes, windshield, put the engine in it, shifter and linkage, exhaust, put a limited slip additive in the rear, go wing, splitter, weather stripping, headliner, air conditioning, gauges, tank, funk check, radiator, and the leaf springs. And alignment. I should probably add that. We're going to need an alignment. So we're getting there. Slowly but surely. I think I'm done for the day. Doing that steering box really put the fury in me. But I will be here, you know, tomorrow, the day after that, the day after that, the day after that. Yada, yada, yada. You guys know how it is. But hey, we knocked more stuff off the list, important stuff, so whoopee. Okay, quick update. It's been about a week and a half since the last time I was out working on the car. And the reason for that is it's buried under about a foot of white bullshit. I hate snow. It's one of the reasons I'm leaving this state. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the car's buried in snow. And I can't find any of the like hardware that I left on the ground around the car. I can't roll tools out there. I can't do anything. And, you know, I could get out there and shovel snow away and throw parts on, which I would love to do, truly, actually. But I can't because we still don't have our trunk floor patch. The company, or the guy on eBay I bought it from, decided he was just going to take my money and run. So I'm disputing that through eBay right now, get my money back. It's just going to take a few days so I can get one that'll actually show up. And Mancini Racing decided that they weren't going to even bother shipping my order until I started sending them emails saying, if you don't send my order out, I'm going to cancel the money through PayPal. And then magically, as soon as I said that, oh man, they shipped my stuff. So, well, I shouldn't say that because they still I haven't received any shipping confirmation. They processed my order. So, we'll see. Maybe a couple more threatening emails will actually get them to send me those parts. But basically, what that comes down to is, unfortunately, that's the end of this episode of Road Hazard. We'll come back when we actually have parts at the house that I've paid for. So we'll see if that actually happens. And we'll get cracking on it when that stuff shows up, if it shows up. So, really frustrating ending, but it is what it is. So, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, every like, every comment, every subscriber. Speaking of which, if you're not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Same with that little like button down there. And, well, I'll see you guys next time.